Well, hello there, and welcome to a very interesting Making Events Awesome live stream. Hi, everybody. Warwick Merry here, Events Guru. This is where I have all the things drop down on the screen, but I'm out and about. See, I'm in a different location. And it's a bit like what's going on with our events industry with COVID raising its ugly, bitter head yet again. We're starting to have a couple of events being cancelled / postponed in the events industry because of the increased COVID rates. Here in Australia, it seems like our politicians have decided we're going with the she'll be right approach. There's a lot of medical recommendations to not do lockdowns. Thank goodness for that. I think we've had enough of that. But at the very least, do maybe mask mandates or requirements. Many organisations and shops are starting to take it on themselves and say you've got to wear a mask. Theatres are starting to say you need to be wearing masks, and it's just the spreadability of the latest cycle of COVID is so high. And I know for some people they get COVID. This is not a COVID conversation about how bad COVID or good COVID or whatever the hell it is. But all I'm saying is we're about to be hit again, and it's going to happen. And it's very interesting because some of the live events I've been to, we didn't have the numbers that we've had pre-COVID. So people are still a bit wary out there. So what are some of the things that we can do to take advantage of the situation, or at the very least thrive, survive, exist through the situation? Well, it's a bit like me. I'm here today. This week, friends of ours are away for a variety of reasons. They've asked could I come and hang out with their kids. Being the big kid that I am, why wouldn't I? And so I have to make sure they get to school and all that sort of stuff. And so I've brought my trusty bit of tech, and here am I broadcasting, and that sounds not as good as I want it to be. I've got to be honest. I think it's a bit echoey. I've been hanging some doonas up and trying to make it less bad. The lighting's not quite right, but I'm doing the best I can. And I think that's what we're going to be doing with COVID as well. We're doing the best we can. So there's some recommendations that have come out. I've seen recently people talking about have more space, build in more. MyStat, for those of you who don't follow it, is a really great trade magazine, has some excellent articles. So have more space. The challenge with more space is people always seem to congregate together. It's really interesting. When you ask people to wear masks, they sort of don't. They want to have these close conversations without masks. And I think we have to be mature enough to accept that masks are actually quite effective and keeping everyone safe. So even if you don't have it, someone else could. Anyway, I'm not going to make this all about masks, but I'm going to make it about masks. Please wear a mask. So when you go to an event, it is have extra space, have more space for the catering, have more space for the expos, have outdoor elements where possible. Now in Melbourne, it's a little nippy at the moment. So outdoors is not going to keep anyone too excited, but there are ways to be outdoors and be undercover. Look at what are ways that it's about minimizing the risk, and it's about being upfront about the risk. Again, I know I'm biased. Virtual is a great option. Virtual is a fantastic option to keep everyone safe. And there are some things you can do virtually that you just cannot do face-to-face, and in many ways it's superior. And you also don't quite get the networking effect. There are some things that we can do, and some people are using the metaverse. Got to be honest, not a huge fan yet. It's nice, and you can do some cool stuff. It's a little gimmicky. So it's how do we get the value of an event out there using methodologies, processes to keep everyone safe. And I think education is part of that in terms of educating people to keep a distance, creating breakout rooms with set table structures or seating structures that have that extra space in there. And just being cognizant ourselves of what do we need to do to have a bit of extra space and wear masks. And even request for those of you who are delegates, why not request, is there a virtual option? Because it's by building that demand that maybe you'll get, maybe not hybrid. Hybrid, I've got to be honest, it costs a lot and you would question whether it's worth it depending on the size of your event. But maybe having access to recordings or a virtual element would be great. There's a whole lot of stuff. So the big C, I think it's going to raise its ugly head a little bit for the remainder of this year. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I so hope I'm wrong. But I would suggest to you that you're better to plan for it to happen and have it not happen than actually happen and surprise you. So more space, more education around masks. And look, you might have some other ideas. Throw it in the chat. Let me know if you've got any thoughts or anything that you've seen happen Thank you so much, Heidi. That's very kind of you to say. If you've got any ideas on how to keep your delegates safe, besides virtual's the easy one, but then if you are going to continue to do the face-to-face, which many people are, what are the things that you've seen that worked really well to keep people safe? And I think at the end of the day, that's really what we're looking about is how do we keep people safe? Love to hear your thoughts. So if you're watching the replay, just put replay and let me know some ideas. Or come and join us in our Facebook group, Making Events Awesome, where we talk about a whole lot of different things like this. What are some of the things that you can do to keep people safe? Can I ask that you stay safe, keep healthy? It's weird out there. The world's a bit weird at the moment. I know for me, I'm trying to minimise any travel that I do and just continue to stay safe. So hope you're well. Stay cool. This has been me live streaming from a weird and wonderful location. Don't you love weird and wonderful locations? All right. Look forward to coming next Thursday at 9 a.m. or thereabouts. It's a bit late today. Next Thursday, 9 a.m. for the Making Events Awesome live stream. You've been fantastic. I've been Warwick.